with Nicole Shepherd, who's interviewing me today, Katrina Jean Taylor, the founder of the Direction Technique, and we'd like to explain a little bit more around how ancient healing and shamanism actually is a very powerful way to heal.
Hi Trina, I wanted to start by asking you about the heat therapy. Often in the direction technique we'll get heat coming out of our hands. Can you explain what's happening?
Sure, we call it focused heat therapy, and it's learned through the Direction Technique, and it's an extremely valuable tool to be able to harness the heat inside your body or your hand so that we can transfer that heat into the other person's body so that we can feel healings inside the body. Focused heat therapy is actually very powerful, and it's been developed through tapping into the ancient ways of harnessing the elements to be able to use heat to heal other people.
Yeah, like sometimes you might find that you will get hot, or sometimes your hands get hot, you need to place them somewhere.
Sure, so great for pain. It's so great to have the intention, which is why we call it the Direction Technique, to focus that heat so it doesn't become diffused in parts of the body that it doesn't need to be diffused. I learned this when I was in Mongolia and being in a wonderful place with the ancient healers in the Mongolian tents. And I didn't know how to learn this, but then I got told I'll show you. And I was managed to be privileged enough to be able to be exposed to many different ways of healing, and that's the ancient ways, which is why I love to call it traditional healing. Another word is called shamanism.
Can you talk a little bit more about the ancient healers, like who they are, what they do?
I think the ancient healers are the traditional healers, the traditional healers in the world, and we've had those people walking the planet for centuries.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a very, very important people that lived on the planet, that had service to mankind or animals, and they healed through ancient ways by harnessing energy. I've devoted my whole life to harness energy and focus it and use it for helping people heal. And I love the Direction Technique because it shows the person that they can do it themselves, and that's a blessing. If we can harness that heat, focus with right intention, and get to parts in the body that are hard to get to. And at the moment, for the last 2 years, I've been harnessing the element water or ice, and that I'm very, very privileged enough to be shown that we can't transfer these diseases out of bodies and put it into our planet any longer. And we need to evolve and go forward with these ancient healers and tap into their knowledge so that we can use that knowledge in modern society. And this ice, imagine if to contain a disease or a thought or use focused heat therapy alongside ice inside a body to contain it. In the old ways, the past healers, I can just note a few. I'm sure that you helped me on the 12th, 2012. Do you remember that night, Nick?
Yes, definitely. It's amazing.
And on that night, we had 12 people in the room. You helped me place my necklaces on my neck, around my neck, and there was 12 people in that room. And we did healings across the world. And there were shamans all around the world that was having the same intention to help us heal the planet. So I'd like to clarify the word shamanism, if that's all right.
Yes.
I'm hoping that in the future we'll come up with another term for that. We will respect the word shamanism or shaman, which is another ancient healer or ancient healing. But I'd like to say the word traditional ancient healers. But with the Direction Technique, we might come up with a new term, and I'd like that because I like the idea that we can come up with harnessing energy and devoting our life to protecting ourselves, especially in these times of crisis.
Okay, my last question, I just wanted to ask for a little tip for everyone. If we can harness this heat on our own energy field as a way of cleansing, say, like our energy field.
We need to cleanse our energy field, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
right? The problem is people miss it and they don't focus it. Then they lose the heat. If you don't, the tip is respect yourself. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's a tip because shamans or ancient healers or traditional healers, i.e., whatever, since I was little, I've devoted my time to harnessing energy. And I lost a mother so young to cancer. And I thought that I'm going to change beliefs. I'm going to go and I want to be able to heal and defy and bring these ancient ways into our modern world. But the tip is it's all about respect, self-respect. Bring respectful energies in your life. And then when you don't feel really good and you get them, you suddenly does that make sense, Nick, about respectful collective consciousness of people that you want to align with?
Yeah, well, I want to be aligned with nice, kind energies
So do I.
and
So
attractive. Yeah.
attract the kind energies, and it's all about the pureness of your thought. And if you don't have a pure thought, I don't understand how healing can actually happen for someone. But the difference between this is we show you to tap into the knowledge of ancient healers. And there's been a few, the Mongolian shaman, the Lama shaman,
And
the that's
Inuit women.
which one? The Inuit women, there's two. Um, the power animals and the what about the shaman in Africa that's very dark skinned and was on one leg, and that helps us with absorption of water. And I think that
Mm-hmm.
we've got to learn how to absorb water a little bit differently, as opposed to just relying on our water source. And if we can be responsible of every step we take to be able to be the best we possibly can and kind to ourselves and just protect ourselves and protect ourselves from things that don't work for you. It's
Yeah,
just a
I
wake up
love
call.
that.
You love that?
Yeah,
Right. So
yeah,
that's the
that's
tip for the
great
day.
too. Thank you.
Thanks for interviewing me today. Shamanism is or ancient traditional healing is to be highly respected, and you've got to train it, and you've got to just be aware that you want to do it. And once you can do that, you'll be in the right place at the right time. Things will work out for you. You'll call upon the ancient healers to help you in your life, and you'll tap into the knowledge of wisdom, which is really wise words, in order for you to not be chaotic around chaotic energy.
Yeah, love that.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks for
Thanks,
interviewing
Trina.
today. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.